You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess. What's happening next, yeah.
He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine. From pain that's a blessing, new focus, no guessing. Just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill, no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them.
Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place, I wanna be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off, I'ma break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time, you got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off, what do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Hey guys, what's going on? Rabid here, and it is Sunday, and I don't really have a topic. We're just going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, I suppose. You know, just a little whateverness is going on. Andres, how you doing? I am doing pretty good. How are you doing? Sunday is here. Depending where you are, it sounds like for you guys there in the United States, is it a holiday this weekend for you guys? Is it a long weekend? If so, awesome. Ours was last weekend. Now I just seen a comment, you know, a couple hours ago, and someone said, you know, happy whatever the weekend is, because I don't know. I'm sorry, but you know, someone said that, so I was like, oh, maybe it's a long weekend down there. So that's awesome. When are you going to join us playing PUBG? I played a little bit yesterday. We were live streaming it. We had some fun. I got about halfway to where I can actually play with players. So I have another 5 matches of AIs to deal with, and then I will be able to play online. Unless there's a way to bypass it. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. We were having some fun there, and we had some AIs. I was like standing right in front of them, waiting for them to kill me, and they kept missing somehow. So, you know, great AIs happening. Anyway, let's do a quick roll call, see what's going on. Once I get through that, we'll do some more PUBG action. Obviously, we do the PUBG on the gaming channel. Link is in the description, and it'll be a lot of fun. We got Andres. What's going on here? Rud Putts, Just a Miner, Andres. Again, I'll try not to repeat too many names, but you guys just talk like crazy. That's okay. That's good. We got MC. Hold on. I got to get my button ready. Fudweiser. Gregory, scroll, Ogre, MGTOW, Panda Raid, wrong show again. Yeah, sorry, you're at the wrong live stream. King Mining, Kill a Fish. Okay, Keith Betts, I almost said Ogre again. Scrolling. BDD, what's going on? Alan, what's happening? I would suggest what to do if the electric costs are too much in Europe. Should we start mining with 40 cents per kilowatt hour? No, I would not be mining at 40 cents per kilowatt hour. That is extremely expensive. Like, wow, I don't know. That's insane. That is a high power price. You know what? Let's have a look right quick. So let's just finish this off, and then we'll have a look at something here. Scrolling. Looks like maybe I caught everybody. Let's see if we have any late arrivals. 3 Fox Cole, what's going on? Sling Buzz, Chris Methrel. Nevada, Kumar Bogan, he's 100% on Ergo, all in on the Ergo there. You know, it's nice and efficient. Chris Methrel and HT. Oh, it just jumps. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Yankee, obviously. Max Voltage, what's going on? David McKean, Mo Azalarialo. Sorry, I butchered that name. But if I missed anybody, just yell at me, and then, you know, I'll mention you. So back to this 40 cents per kilowatt hour question. Let's have a look at what to mine and just get an idea. So single 3070, we're going to put in 40 cents per kilowatt hour, and we're going to calculate that number right now. And technically, you would still be profitable. Realistically, would you want to? It's totally up to you, but you're making $1.30 before power, 5 cents after you pay for your power. So take it any way you will. If you got to use your crypto to pay for your power, you're making 5 cents a day. I don't know if it's really worth it, point of mine, but technically, you know, you're in the green, so you're profitable. And, you know, some people will say, hey, why stop mining? You're in the green. Go ahead and do it. I probably wouldn't recommend it personally, but that's just me. So, you know what? If you want to, you can, but I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good idea. And especially now, like, things are going to get a lot worse. And I don't know. There's no other options at this point for a 37. Everything else is red, except for ETH at this point in time. So if it goes down at all, then you're absolutely in the red. So that I would not do that at all. I'm at 16, so I'm just gonna have that there. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I just had a massive sneezing fit. I'm sorry, guys. The pollen is flying like crazy, all the tree seeds, because we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. We're surrounded by trees and stuff, and there's a lot of seeds flying in the air right now, so sneezing like crazy. Anyway, you drive to your work. That's cost gas. If you want the bike and spend that money, then you'll save and buy power for it. Ride a bike. Yeah, definitely. If you ride a bike, although, you know, when I was working on oil rigs, it was like a 12 to 16 hour drive to where, depending where the rig was at the time. So I don't think I would have been able to ride a bike. But, you know, depending where you live, if you're in the city, you know, you got a city job, you're a couple blocks away, by all means, ride a bike, save some gas fees, and then, you know, you can put that towards your power. So, you know, that's definitely a thing. Thoughts on Luna 2.0? I don't really know, guys. I haven't really been following Luna. I never really even heard of Luna before everything happened. But then, you know, it comes to light, you know, this is like the ultimate. It was like the pride and joy of stablecoins, allegedly. Probably like the largest one. And then all of a sudden, all this happened. Now, what happened? I don't know if it was a predetermined rug pull or if someone manipulated the system and everything happened because there were rumors. Someone went to converted everything to Bitcoin and sold and did this and that and it decoupled. I don't know the full story on it. Regardless, now there's going to be, looks like a fork to Luna 2.0. At this point in time, I think Luna, whether the first Luna Classic, whatever they call that, as well as the new one, they're probably dead and done. Like, seriously, think about this logically as an investor. You had some. This was there. All of a sudden, it had like the massive, either it's a rug pull or collapse or ultimate failure. Do you want to go back into that? I don't know if it's the same devs that are doing this. I've seen the tweets, you know, what do you guys want us to do? Do you want us to do this? Do you want us to do a burn on this? Yada, yada, yada. And what are we going to do? It sounds like they're going to fork it. So I'm assuming it's the same dev and everything still. So it's almost like, hey, I got away with this. Let's make another one and do it again. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, I would not go into something when something already did that. You know, maybe, I don't even know if I want to start another project or go in on a project that the same dev was involved in. This is a really bad thing that happened. It's bad for, you know, it's bad for Flux because they used to have that partnership. It's bad for Luna, obviously. I think it's a total collapse at this point. I would not put much. Well, you can put a little bit into it, obviously, and, you know, if it pumps for a second, you'll make a lot of money. So, you know, people have that aspect. But to throw in a lot of money and hope for something good, I wouldn't feel comfortable myself doing that. And, you know, also as a whole in crypto, this just looks bad for crypto in general. So as an investor standpoint, I would probably stay away from it. But at the same time, you have, you know, what if they burn all those Luna Classic coins and, you know, the price has a quick pump for a second? You could definitely make a lot of money. Hey, you know what? There's that possibility is there. I'm not recommending it, not financial advice, but I don't know. As a long-term safe project, I don't know if it's there anymore at this point in time. Please don't buy that garbage, guys. Yeah, Michael Smith says, don't do it. Bad idea. Bad idea. Did you work on Duro Network and mining more? How's that going? Mo Love, you referring to me? I do have a Duro node. It is set up. It is synced. I have a Duro wallet. It is registered and it is synced. Everything's good to go on the Duro side. I've just never tried mining it yet. Well, I've tried a couple times. I couldn't really get it connected. There's some other stratum issues I got to deal with to get it connected to the actual individual pool. You got to change a whole bunch of stuff out to daemon and whatever else. But I haven't got it going yet, and I haven't done it. My CPUs are currently off because we talked about the other day that I'm also doing an experiment when it comes to power prices to see how my rates fluctuate depending on the power used, so I can have future calculations moving into once Ethereum is gone. And I don't know, I'm just doing a test right now. It's going to be at least a month till I turn my CPUs back on when I get my next following monthly bill to see what it actually is with just my GPUs and those couple of ASICs. So I'm doing that for now as a test. But yes, I definitely hope to have my CPUs back online. And I'm really thinking once Ethereum does move to that POS transition, I'm expecting my GPUs to be turned off at that point. And I'll probably just have my CPUs turned on and running that way. But we'll see what happens. We don't know what's going to happen yet. It's too soon to tell, but numbers aren't looking good. Thoughts on Raptorium? I don't know. Right now, you know, obviously the market is down. Raptorium's down. Bitorium's down. ETH is down. Bitcoin's down. Every single crypto out there is down. You got the odd one that, you know, we'll see a spike at these times, but it'll go down too. So we're not, you know, we're moving into this bear market. We're in it for a little while now. So we can't really dictate what's going on. When it comes to the future, next bull run, obviously my eyes are on the moon. I expect Raptorium to pull out some good numbers and good things to happen. But let's just kind of have a look. You guys were talking during the countdown there about Raptorium news. So we'll kind of have a look here. One, it looks like they do have Raptorium now as a thing. But it looks like there's a scam contract out there. Someone is trying to imitate it. So stay away from it. If you're not part of Raptorium's Discord, be sure to join it because they have the address here. So if you are sending something thinking this is Raptorium, don't send to that address. It's a scam. The official one is right here. But let's just kind of go through where is news and nope, not that one. Development. So I found this interesting. I haven't been on the Raptorium Discord for a little while. I just got in the smart nose. I'm just, you know, ignoring everything that's going on, waiting for the next bull run pretty much. But it looks like they have, every time someone forks Raptorium, they get a notification. And there's a few forks here I have not even heard of yet. So they're recent too. So here's on the 26th of May. Yeah, that's May 26th. Someone forked it. They changed whatever this code is. I don't know what that is. It looks like yesterday there's another fork of Raptorium just created. So there's 2 more forks. Here's one by Carter Sullivan. I believe this is Solly. He was actually talking to me about this a few days ago or last week or something, that he just made a fork of Raptorium, and he's, you know, he DM'd me and said, hey, check it out. I just made a fork. It's my coin. Then I was like, you know what? I'm trying to make Rabid coin. How'd you do that? We need to get Rabid coin out there. So that's a thing that's coming too. I just don't know what the fork is. I'm thinking maybe a Raptorium fork. I don't know. I like the Ghost Rider algorithm because 1, it's efficient on your CPUs, and 2, you know, I just don't know. Or, you know what, whatever. But no, there's a fork. There's a whole bunch of forks coming out, and I have no idea what these ones are called. So far, they're still looking like Raptorium. As you can see, when Sully did his, it says Thoinium. I don't know, Thoinium. But these ones are just called Raptorium. So are these alleged fork fakes, potentially? Because they didn't change the name. It looks like they just copied the code, produced the fork, and they're called Raptorium still, based on what I'm seeing here. So keep an eye out for that. There may be some other RTMs emerging that aren't actually Raptorium. So obviously watch the hash rate. If there's 1 mega hash on one of these networks, you're like, oh, awesome, Raptorium is down to 1 mega hash. I'm making, you know, 5,000, 9,000 coins a day. You know, this is going to pump. And then obviously it's not the same coin. So be careful with that. As for other news, I don't really know. I haven't been following it too much, but I am really expecting a nice potential bull run in the future. So I think that'd be cool. Rabidocious. Rabidocious. Where's the spoon? I don't know. I will pump Rabid coin. Oh, you guys are crazy. A GitHub fork is not a coin fork. They could be adding improvements to the code and merge it back via a pull request. And that could be too. That definitely all the pulls. I don't know. Maybe it's not a fork. Let's just look at this. But I know this one right here is legitly a fork. There's about 2 or 3 forks that I know of that is out there right now. One of them has no exchange yet. It's a meme coin, but yet as a meme coin, they're trying to say they're doing all these cool things. Looks like we have Salt Coin. Salt Coin is a thing. Salt Coin. What do we got here? A fork. We got Rigged. So I don't know. Are those it? Rigged? Is this a fork? I imagine if we scroll up far enough, we will see a Bitorium in here somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. That's like you said. Maybe someone's just pulling it and they're just making changes and it's doing this. So it does say change something. So maybe they are doing this, but at the same time, it looks like it's based on this user. So I don't know all the dev names. You'd have to cross-reference all that. But just keep an eye out for potential scams, guys, because they're everywhere. Just be very careful. What do y'all think of Bitcoin going down to 10K? I mentioned it a little bit yesterday. 10K, 10 to 20K is probably a range we could see. I know, like, I said this for a while when Bitcoin was at like 35, 40K. And no way it's going to get below 25 and all this stuff, or below 30 or what. It keeps going down, guys. I really think anywhere between 10 to 20K is probably where the bottom is going to sit. I seen some article the other day by some other analysis saying, all right, guys, we're finally at the bottom of the bottom or something like that. I'm like, no, we're not. Stop saying this stuff. Like, you're just trying to make people buy things or something. I don't know. But I really think it's going to come down more. Like, just judging off history here, like, let's have a quick look. Now it takes a while to do all the calculations, so I don't know for sure, but let's just look at Bitcoin price. CoinDesk, no. CoinMarketCap, I think, is what we use. Now I just want to go, let's just kind of go to the 20, we'll go to all, kind of hit the 2017-ish mark right here. Actually, let's just rewind it to here. So the bottom is right there. So let's just have a look. If we take the high here of where was the actual high? 19,140. Where's the calculator? 19,140. And we got to find the percentage. I believe the bottom was right about here, which was about a year away. Let me see. So we're sitting at 1215 and 1214. So that's hilarious. One day before exactly a year was the bottom. And this is why I'm saying, 10 to 12 months is probably when we'll see the bottom again. Like, this is where we're at right now. Look at this. Look at all these signs. Like, you can see this one as it's a lot bigger. We can see we're doing the up down. We're doing the up down. We're doing the downs. A whole bunch of ups and downs. This is normal. It's going to be happening. Same thing here. We had the big crash, and then we had our ups and downs. And eventually we have a rock bottom, which came 1 year from the all-time high, which is why I'm thinking we're not going to hit the absolute low till around the same time frame. Here we can see the all-time high was in November 7th of 2021. So, exactly 1 year. November of this year coming up could potentially be rock bottom. Now give it maybe a month or two either way, either before or after for this to actually happen, because I have no idea for sure, but it'll be around the same time. So I'm thinking a month or two before or after November, or right on November, is when we're going to see bottom this cycle. So we're going to come back here, and now we got to figure out, what could that bottom potentially be? So again, 19,479, and the bottom was, we dropped down to, looks like 3,200. And so that 3236. So like, what's the percentage? Any mathematician out there? Let's just do a quick, I'll pull up my phone here and see if I can figure this out. It's going to be kind of like, I believe it's around 84% or something, but where's my calculator? Maybe someone has some numbers already, but so we're going 19. So we got to try to hit 3236 from 19,497. So 19,497. Now we're going to times that by 0.84. That is 16. Oh, that's 16,000. All right. So that's not even enough. 19,497 times 0. Let's try 90%. 0.90. That's 17,000. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong numbers. Okay, hold on. I'm doing this totally wrong. 19,497. 497. We're going to times that, I think. Okay, so we're up to 0.2. So 38. 38. So 32. So 80% is 3,800. So we'll just do a quick, rough number here. 80%. We're just say 80% drop coming in. So we're going to take 80% of this now. So we're going to do the same 20 there. So let's just have a quick peek here. So 27,566 or 67,566. We'll times that by the same 2. So that's about 13,513. 13,500 BTC if we hit the same 80% drop from all-time high to the low in the cycle. So that's where I'm saying, potentially the bottom will be in between 10,000 to 20,000. And that straight 80% mark is about like 13,500, which said. So these are the numbers I'm kind of working with. Take it any way you want, not financial advice. It doesn't mean we could be at the bottom right now. We could slowly, go straight sideways for a while and start coming up. But I really think we're going to continue on this downward trend with, the odd spike coming up every once in a while. But we are going to hit rock bottom in the next few months around November, October. So probably, slightly after the merge or something, depending when the merge happens. Like, we don't know. We have no idea. So this is kind of my pricing prediction on what I think Bitcoin was happening. I've been saying this same type of pricing since pretty much the bull run, since the bear runs. We knew this was going to come. It's common cycles. As much as it's different this time, it's not happening. The only thing that's different this time is that each process and cycle is getting bigger and longer. 2017 lasted a few months. 2013 was like a 1 month thing to a few months in 2017. This one lasted a couple of years, a year and a half, 2 years. And then the next one, maybe it'll last 2.5, 3 years, or maybe almost an entire 4 years. And then the one after that, we'll see maybe a potential full 4-year cycle where it'll just keep cycling. But we're going to have so much adaptation by then, it all makes sense, because each cycle, more people are coming in, and it just grows each time. So we got to bring all these other elements into it and just kind of make our best guess scenarios here. Nobody knows what's going to happen. The best crypto analysis out there, they don't know what's going to happen. They're doing exactly what I showed you, except they know how to read charts a lot better than I do. But this is just what I'm seeing in my personal, just looking at that type of stuff. Red Pot says 13,400. So yeah, that's about what we're guessing could potentially happen. Is it going to happen? Not financial advice, guys. I am not a trading channel in any way, shape, or form, but these are just kind of what I'm looking at. I've never researched how to trade or anything. I'm one of the worst traders in the world, but things, are doing exactly what I thought they're going to do. So, it just makes sense. I thought this time we would not be as affected by the cycle. Yeah, a lot of people thought that. And, the only thing that's really changing is this winter might be shorter than previous ones because that cycle was extended longer. So we'll see what happens. But each cycle is getting longer. We will be affected even in the next cycle. I really think so. We're not at the full 4-year term cycles yet. I think that's still probably another 2 cycles away, potentially 3. So we will see what we're experiencing in 2017 and what we're experiencing this time. We're going to experience it again, in the 2025 run, which is when I think the next bull run is going to happen, 2025, because it follows the same 4-year time frame. That's when we'll see those massive price gains again. But we will be affected again. Whether it lasts 2 or 3 years, I have no idea yet. Expect it to be longer, just like we've been seeing. But we are going to hit, the end of that 3rd or 4th year, and it's going to come down again. And it's going to come down around November, December, like it always has. So keep that in mind. I know next cycle we go through everything all over. I didn't have my channel, through the bull run of the last cycle in 2017. But, it was kind of being seen. And moving into the next one, we're going to see it again all over Reddit. Bitcoin to 1 million, Bitcoin to 800,000, Bitcoin to 2 million. This is different this time. It's changing. There's too much money, too much institution, guys. Ignore all that. Who cares what these guys are saying? It's going to drop again in the next cycle. So I'm just mentally preparing you guys, planting the seed, because we're going to see it all over again. And we are going to have another winter after the next cycle. So it's going to happen again. We're not big enough yet for it to maintain the full frame, but we will be within the next couple cycles. So yeah, I just want to point that kind of operation out. We have 94 viewers, 34 likes. Be sure to smash that like button, guys. And all that all good fun stuff. What else do we got going on in the questions? Let me make some follicles and it will go up again. Yeah, maybe. Hey, let's hope so. What is this? Get bro hashing to add Zell hash and other with them biz connections you have with all the business. Hey, I don't know. I'll talk to them and see. I can see if they'll add those algorithms. It would be nice to see them add some more of them, bigger GPU mineable coins. That'd be great for sure. 104 watching. I see 95 on my end. Maybe everyone left because I gave them bad news or something. That's the thing too. Like, I don't know. Everywhere you look, everyone has their own opinions now. Future Bitcoin predictions. What could it hit? I think we could see in the next bull run. Let's go back. Do I still have that chart there? Yeah, I do. So let's, have a look at this again. So let's just have a look. So we're going back. Let's start from the beginning. Well, it's not really the beginning, but when they first started getting a little bit of adoption here was in 2013. We saw, $121 up to $1,078. That's a massive price gain for Bitcoin. We fast forward, a few more years. Now look at that. Look at this little hump to this hump. And what did we hit in 2017 here? About 19,000 Bitcoin. Not too bad. And then obviously look at the cycles. You can't even tell it's 2013, but this is a times 10 gain right here. And you can barely notice it on this map. 2017, 4 years later, and then 2021, 4 years later again. And we're hanging out right here. So look at 66, 19, and then, 1,000, a little over 1,100 or something. So this was like from the all-time high to all-time high, we pretty much went, what is that? 20 times. So that was a 20 times gain. And then from here, we went from what? Whoa, where's the peak there? So let's just say, we're just going to estimate, guys, 20,000 to this all-time high. So that's another 3x. Remember, this is all-time high to all-time high. We went 3x. So let's say we doubled this one. So we could be looking potentially next Bitcoin. We could go 2 to 3 times, I think. I think 120 to 150K seems like a reasonable Bitcoin price in the next bull run all-time high. So I'm going to go with 120 to 150,000 in 2025, early 2026. You know what? I should write this down right now because this is what? We're in the bear run 2022. And I'm saying 2025, 2026, we're going to hit around 120 to 150K BTC. And then obviously we're going to fall back into, it could last a while though, but we will fall back into that winter, a few months to a year after that all-time high. So I'm saying it right now, 2022 and 2025, 2026, 125 to 150K. Boom. Someone write that down for me so I don't forget. I should do it. I'm going to write it down. See how close we are when this happens, because I really don't, all those analysis. And remember, when we start going up again, say we just passed the all-time high, like right now, say next bull run 2025, we hit 70K. We're like, oh, we just made the all-time high. We're going to see Reddit blowing up with 200,000K, with 500,000K. We're going to see 800K predictions, 1 million Bitcoin. It's going to be all over the place like crazy. But I really think we're going to peak probably around like maximum of about 150K is what I'm thinking. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're definitely in uncharted territory. We may go up slightly more. We might peak out at 200. Like I said, last weekend, there is 4 or 5 institutions. There's also an ETF. I can't remember who was talking about it the other day. I saw someone talk about how United States doesn't have any ETAs yet or ETFs. There is an ETF, Bitcoin, in the works for United States. It's kind of on the hush hush, but it's, there's a big one coming, and that is set for around the 2025 mark. There's also 3 or 4 major institutions, which I don't know, like I'm not a trader, I'm not a predictor and not all this, and I don't do videos on that, but maybe I should do a video on this one because there are some articles out there that I want to try to put together, and there's 3 or 4 major financial firms that are getting together strictly for Bitcoin and crypto. And there's some deep pockets involved with that. And they're going through all, the process of, making their establishments legit and real. And everything, the timeline is looking like it's lining up for 2025. So like banking firms, they're not dumb. Wall Street people, they're not dumb. They know what's going on. As much as, media and some governments and whatever are trying to tell us, stay away from Bitcoin, stay away from crypto. It's not volatile. We have to regulate it before it's safe. Stay away, yada, yada. They know exactly what's going to happen here. They see this explosion coming and they're trying to get more for themselves is really what's going on here and keeping you guys away. Like seriously, remember the Netflix thing? Like Bitcoin went down, what was it? Like 10% that day, and they said stay away, it's too volatile. But Netflix dropped like 20 to 25% or something, but they said, oh, this is just a normal correction. Like, wow, you really know where their minds are when these things come in. Once they figure out how to fully regulate this and take all your money, they will be pumping Bitcoin like crazy. So they know this is coming. It's coming. Institutions they're getting, all the chess pieces are coming, and things are going to explode very, very soon. So just remember that as well. Anyway, you guys don't have to agree with me again. Not financial advice in any way, but Bitcoin's gonna explode here soon. Stack those sats. Yeah, definitely stack those sats. That's why you see people, they're mining stuff, they're putting it into Bitcoin. I've been getting paid out in Bitcoin with my CPUs lately until I turned them off, and things like this. Things are coming. What about the merger? I don't know what's going on with the merger yet when it comes to Ethereum. I know one thing for sure, and it's things people don't want to hear. I know there's a lot of people. I had a comment there a little while ago, a couple days ago, and I'm tired of hearing all the doom and gloom. It's like, I can't help it, guys. I'm just trying to give truth. As much as GPU prices are looking great, next gen of GPUs are coming, rigs are going down in price, crypto's on the way down, the merge is coming, and GPUs don't look that good. 100%. I don't recommend anybody buying GPUs at this time. As good as the prices look, they're going to get cheaper. A lot cheaper. Once the merge goes through, you're not going to be making money on a GPU. There's so much hash rate that's coming in that none of these coins can support it whatsoever. Nothing is the size of that. Now, we have high hopes, Flux, partnerships all over the place. You know, hopefully they explode, they do good. That's probably not going to happen till at least 2025 in the next bull run. Hopefully it does something in that run. They're still trying to build up for this. A couple of years, a lot can happen, but you know, it might take 2 cycles. What if we have to wait, for, another 6 years for that to actually come into play? So GPUs may be dead till then. By dead, they're not going to be dead completely. It all depends where you live in the world, geography wise, power price wise. If you're running on solar, if you're a mining farm, only paying 2 or 3 cents per kilowatt hour, everything's going to affect you differently. But if you're at probably 8 cents plus, you may be unprofitable GPU mining once Ethereum is gone. That's just the way it's going to be, guys. I'm sorry. It's the hard truth. It's 100% legit. The numbers don't look good. Now, the numbers I cannot calculate or dictate in any way is how many people are going to shut off. And the way it sounds like is nobody's ever going to shut off. It's always going to be profitable. There's no way. So 100% of the people are going to stay online. Okay, but I really think 60 or 70% will be shutting off. I really do think that. And, as more people shut down, the difficulties will start going down, and then the profitabilities will start picking up. And then slowly, maybe someone will try their GPU again. The difficulty will come up, and then, profitability goes down. It's just a one-way. It keeps bouncing back and forth until eventually, maybe something will take off. Now, I know we're going to move to Ethereum Classic because it's the same overclock, same settings, everything's all good. Ethereum Classic is going to be overrun by ASICs, so I don't think that's going to be a viable option for GPUs unless Ethereum Classic hits like $2,000 or $3,000 US. Then it may be able to support. It'll be able to handle all this hash rate and stuff. But up until then, it's not going to be able to. Flux, it needs to hit, I don't even know, $2,000, $3,000, $2,000. I don't know. It's got to hit a massive price gain. We need like 1,000 times price gains on these coins here to support the hash rate that Ethereum has. It has so much GPU hardware. No, it is not mostly ASICs. It is mostly GPUs that is hanging out on Ethereum. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. The numbers don't look good, and people just don't want to deal with reality. So I have my mindset set into the absolute lowest possible outcome, which is GPUs will not be profitable for at least the next bull run. So for at least 2 years, I have no issue shutting them off, turning on my CPUs, doing Chia mining and all this. I know HELIUM mining. Oh, it's not making very much, or it's not making anything, or Chia mining, it's not making very much, or CPUs, oh, they're not making very much. Well, you know what? Making 20 cents a day, making $1 a day, these are numbers that are going to be better than your GPU. So in my mind, this is a better way to mine at that point in time, but that's just me. Hit that like, folks. We have 117 viewers, 45 likes. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, thumbs up, bell notification, all that fun stuff, when it comes to it. And I guess I better roll the ad. It's been, a week, I guess. So let's roll that quick ad. Be sure to stay tuned. I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Crypto.com. Crypto.com is my go-to for actually using my crypto for real life purchases. With the Crypto.com Visa debit card, it makes it easy to use my mined assets to pay for my power, purchase new GPUs, CPUs, motherboards, hard drives, as well as collect 8% cash back wherever Visa is accepted. If you would like to sell straight to your standard bank account, you can easily request an e-transfer. It usually shows up the following day. On top of all that, Crypto.com also offers trading, simplified DeFi, as well as staking to help you increase the revenue on your crypto assets. Join over 10 million plus users buying and selling 250 plus cryptocurrencies at true cost. By using my affiliate link in the description, you will be granted a $25 funding bonus. Or enter code RABID, RABID, at the sign up. And remember, crypto has its risks. Just like everything else, do your own research. All right, there we go. Turn that off for a second so I don't accidentally hit again. Red Putz asked, are you sponsored? I do have a sponsorship from Crypto.com. So, yep, I'm also, I say that because I actually use them all the time, like for everything. They also dictate what I'm going to mine for real, because their Visa card and everything makes using my crypto 100% easy. I talked about the other day a little bit with you guys, but I was testing with, I plan on buying that CPU mining farm sometime soon. You can send crypto, any crypto, Ethereum, Bitcoin, anything you want. 0 transaction fees. You send $100, they will get $100. 0 fees involved to other crypto.com users. So obviously the more people that get it, the better I think the world would be in theory, but that's just me. But I 100% use it. It's the easiest by far, especially for us Canadians, to be using your crypto instead of going here, swapping it to fiat, e-transfers, whatever you got to do. It's quick, 2 buttons. I want this much on my Visa now. Then you go to Amazon, you go to Lenovo, you buy GPUs, you go to Memory Express, wherever, Walmart. I've used my crypto at Walmart, of all places, to buy like sand shovels and stuff for the little one. So I legitly use it 100%, and I do stand by them. So that's why I do actually get sponsored by crypto.com. When they reached out, I accepted. And also they're helping keeping the channel alive in this bear market. They're actually helping out quite a bit. So that's awesome. Anyway, so that's pointed out. As for someone mentioned they finally got their, what is this? Le Gros show. I just received my Bobcat 300 after 7 months. What a bummer to start mining H&T by now. I just got one as well. And I have a link here. I'm not saying go out and buy helium miners, but if you are looking, they have stock right now and they'll ship within 3 days. It will be there. I got to get my video together for it. Helium mining, yes, it has been having quite a few issues lately, but I really think helium is going to have great potential, especially moving into the future. As you say, everyone's talking bad about it right now because, they've been having network issues and, syncing issues and all sorts of stuff. Well, there's been some updates going out. Every helium miner is technically now a light miner. And what does that mean, being a light miner? Well, previously you had the SD card, you had to download the blockchains and everything. I actually had to download the blockchain when I first got mine here, but they just released that update like a few days ago, maybe like less than a week tops. And now everything's a light miner, so the blockchain is no longer stored on your miner itself. So that helps with syncing issues because you don't have to sync anymore. It sounds like they're talking back and forth. Another error did pop up the other day and they're resyncing the entire blockchain, but they're being transparent. They're letting people know that they're having these issues. And, that's a good thing to have as that, not just saying, sorry, we're aware of an issue and then ignore it for months. That's not what they're doing. They're saying, yes, we're aware. This is what we're doing. We're trying to fix it. And helium mining uses hardly any power. So that's good. Depending where you are. These are some of the points I was actually going to bring up in my video because I'm a lone helium miner. I'm all by myself. The closest helium hotspot next to me is 50 kilometers away. I'm in a small town. But it brings you to leave. Maybe other miners didn't want to get a helium miner either because they may be expecting, because you're a lone wolf, they don't want to have a miner there. So me pointing one up here might encourage other people in the area. They might look at the Explorer and be like, oh, wow, there's actually one beside me now. I'm going to get one. Then I'm going to get one. That's all it takes. You might not get a reward for a couple months, but as the network grows, more people will hear about it, more people will get it. And eventually there will be more miners around you. So then there's the whole antenna thing and things like that, which a whole bunch of information were flown at me at once because I never really looked up helium till I finally got one. Now I need to get some more because I want to set up my own little infrastructure. So I'm getting some rewards where I'm at. So I want to set one up in the post office, maybe, throw one at the brother-in-law's or something. He's a few blocks away. They have to be at least 300 meters apart and maximum of 5 to 10 miles. I don't really know, 30 miles, depending on the antennas you have. There's a lot of information. They're trying to fix the network. And I think the future is actually very bright when it does come to helium. So don't just use now as a bad thing. Think of the future. And I think it has great potential moving up. What is and do helium miner? So helium mining is, let's just have a look at this. This is the link I sent. This is what I got. It's the Panther X. It looks like a mini router, essentially. You just plug your internet cable in, put on your antenna. Now, obviously, if you have an external antenna, you're just going to have a wire coming out and an antenna or something on your roof. When I do actually make the video on this unit that I got, I'll go over what I have learned from antennas and stuff. But I don't know everything. I'm still learning this as it is. Like I said, I haven't been looking up helium at all. And I just started here within the week. So I don't know everything, but I've been doing some research. But this is the helium miner I linked you guys. They have stock, tons of stock, massive stock here for the Panther X. And we got to look at the Explorer. So let's just look at the Helium Explorer here. It's kind of cool. You have this. This is pretty much what you'll see when you download the app on your phone when you're hooking up your Helium miner. So this is what you see here. And you can see all the Helium miners in the world. Like, obviously, look at them. There's a ton over here. And we can just have an idea of how much some people are making, for example. Like, look at all these. All this green is hotspots. You zoom right in there. Look at there's 67 hotspots within this one thing talking to each other. Now, if we click on one, we can see where they're linked to. So you have challengers. You have unchallenged. Like, this guy got 0.52. Let's find a big one. See what all he's connected to, for example. You guys can't see my full screen, so I'll do that. So I'm scrolling through all the miners that's within this square. This guy got 2.02 here. So let's click on him. And it should, look at, this guy's linked. And it goes through every other Helium miner that this guy can see, depending on your antenna and what you got going on. So look at all the spots that this guy's linked to. Now, I'm not sure why he's not linked to this one and this one. He's shooting over here. You know, it could vary because these guys don't have their setup or something. I don't know the full aspects on that yet. But you can see, look at, this guy's shooting way out here as well. Like, this guy's seeing a miner from here. So each one's about 1 kilometer. So let's just, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this guy has like 20 kilometers away. He's detecting a Helium miner. Well, this one's even farther, but you can get the picture and the idea. Right now, about this amount of space is 5 kilometers. So you can estimate what's going on. And then you got people that are like nowhere. Like, let's look at this guy right here. Well, he's kind of close. But let's just try to find what I mean by lone wolf is somebody with nothing really around him. Here's someone here. Let's check out this guy. So this guy is a lone wolf. He's all by himself. Looks like his name is Spicy Butter Component 1. That looks like he got one here 2 months ago. But you can see he's not really seen anybody. But people will come to this map. You'll probably look up your location and be like, oh, there's no one around me. But once you see a hotspot in your area, you'll be like, whoa, okay, someone's getting Helium around here. I'm gonna put one up. Next, you know, eventually, as more people find out, you know, more and more hotspots are still gonna be going up. The major issue here was a lot of these hotspots, like you said, you order them, it takes 8 months to a year for them to come in. There is stock right now. So if you've been waiting to get a Helium miner on the fence, you know, I really recommend people to probably try picking some up. Help out with the network. There's a new incentive. Is this it right here? Lower proof. No, that's not the one. I got something in my app here. I'll bring, I don't have my camera on. But I got something. They're initializing everyone that has a Helium miner on the network. You would have got a blockchain notification to vote. So there's a voting thing going on right now to allow more transactions and more tokens or something within the Helium network. So they want to start adding more stuff to it, which is another good sign. So I don't know. I don't know the full details on it all. Just, you know, I did a quick runoff of what I kind of know right now. And I really think the future is good when it comes to Helium. And it's very cheap on power. Very, very cheap, guys. Like, it's using 10 to 15 watts. I'm going to hook it up to my watt meter when I do finally do my video on it to see how much it uses exactly. But I can't see it using too much whatsoever. What is the purpose of a Helium miner? As for the token, I don't know, but it's all part of this whole Web3 that's going on. So, you know, you have Flux. They're integrating. They got the web, and they want to do all this stuff within Web3. We got our Deeper Connect here, which is decentralized DPN. That's part of Web3. So we're throwing internet all over the place, untraceable by, you know, Google and all these people. You know, we're getting more private as things move forward into this Web3 infrastructure. Helium is like the wireless network coming around. And I don't know, there's a whole bunch of things. But in the end, somehow I have a feeling everything's going to be intermingled with each other. And it's just going to be, I guess, world changing in a way. But as for the token and stuff itself, I haven't looked into what Helium does per se by itself. It's more of a, you know, hook up, connect, you know, people just care about profits and how much you're getting. But in order to get that, Helium needs to, obviously you need miners and stuff around you. And I'm a lone wolf myself. I haven't got any rewards in a week, but I'm trying to get linked up, get more, work with antennas and figure it all out. But I will definitely try to find a lot more information on the whole background of, you know, what is Helium? Because that's, you know, the main question. What is it and what's it for? I can't answer that for you at this point in time. I'm being honest. I don't know. I got to look into it and figure, you know, everything out. But, you know, as the way it stands right now, everything's looking cool. And I think, this could get fairly profitable moving into the future once everything does get fixed. All their upgrades are going through and all sorts of cool stuff. The vote is to start HNT DO equals 3 subtokens, VPN, mobile, IoT. Okay, Bill Cummings. He just pointed out what the vote is for adding those other coins. Now, I don't know what IoT devices. So I'm not sure what the IoT devices are. Maybe if you guys want to explain that a little more, and I'll read it out. But there's a brief explanation for some of you guys that know. Eventually, the goal is to take over the multi-million-dollar 5 gig cellular network with HELIUM. There you go. There's Jeff Wade. Pretty much, they're trying to get rid of cell phone towers and everything, and HELIUM is going to become the new infrastructure. So Rogers, Bell Media, all these guys, I think this could go a different way depending where you look at it. So they're trying to overthrow these corporations. Obviously, the corporations aren't going to go down with a fight. There's one of two things could happen. One, HELIUM just gets too big and it can't be controlled, which is good based on stuff off people, and more people, obviously more growth to the network. We need more people to get these for this to happen. Or two, there's going to be an infrastructure where Rogers or Bell, or depending where, Verizon, I guess, is in the States, and a bunch of others, AT&T, they get together and they're like, hey, we're going to buy you out because you're impeding on our territory. So that could happen as well. What if one of these massive corporations decide to do a massive buyout of HELIUM? And if HELIUM says no, that would be awesome, because then we know. It's like, if I was a HELIUM guy and I got offered, obviously you got offered a lot of money, like, okay, this is like life-changing. Either one, we're on their radar and they're scared of us, or two, we just take the money and run. Like, that could be a thing. I don't know. But if that's what their goal is, that means they're going to be up against and competing against those major telecommunication companies. And that's actually pretty insane thinking about it. So all for decentralization. If you think that's a good way to go, get yourself a HELIUM miner, help support the network. That's all I can say. You had 2 HELIUM nodes around me 1 year ago, and now there are 15 nodes around you and still waiting for your miner to show up. Wow, space guys, that's insane. So you're getting surrounded by other miners. That's awesome. Like I said, I just putting mine up now. People will probably see on their Explorer, like, oh wow, there's a node by me. More people in town may start getting miners, because you don't know who knows about it, who doesn't know about it, what's going around. But help build the network, guys. It's all up to us. We're the future. Dog collars, telehealth, environmental sensors, etc. Oh, really? That's all part of it? What? Environmental sensors and everything will be part of HELIUM as well? Is that a thing? That'd be cool. I really got to look into this, because I'm actually pretty excited for what you guys have just been saying about all this. So that's neat. Very, very neat. Anyway, so there's a quick sum up of HELIUM. Remember, I'm very new to HELIUM, so I apologize. Like, if I get something wrong, just yell at me. Honestly, yell at me, because I want to get stuff right, not wrong. So I try to do my research. Obviously, back and forth, doing live streams like this, getting information from you guys and vice versa. This is how we all learn together. So that's good. It's a learning experience for everybody, and that's the main purpose of this channel. So we all learn stuff. I take some comments and I turn a single comment into an entire video, which I did sometime last week. So can't even remember what it was, but someone said, about this, and I just made a complete video based on that guy's comment, because yeah, that's right. That is great information people should know. So remember, I read every single comment under every single video. Most of them I do try to reply to, but I do at least read every single thing. So information is all around. A lot of farmers use sensors that use HNT network. That's actually, wow. I see, look at that. And HELIUM is a lot bigger than I originally thought. And it only sounds like it can get bigger. And how can it get bigger? With your guys' help. Now, I'm not trying to pump and promote this thing in any way. I just told you, I've had this thing for about a week. I've made 0 in profits. Profitability right now for me as a lone wolf is 0. But I do plan on getting more at the same time, so I can at least start getting my profits up for next to no power. So this is my plan on it. And, they're about the price of a low-end GPU. So you can't really go wrong, and they use no power. This dude Grizzle King got into it because it helped with his paragliding stuff, I think. Wow, that's cool. There's a use case right there. It helped out a paraglider. That's cool. Hot air balloons. If it's doing this type of stuff, that's very cool. I'm more interested in this 100%. I'm actually way more excited. I might go order another miner right after this stream. If I could afford it, I have to go through finances, but that's neat. That's really cool. Every miner consumes 3 to 5 watts. It's not profitable. 3 to 5 watts. That's more than what your cell phone costs to charge. How much is your cell phone making you? Well, unless you're mining on your cell phone, a lot of people do. But, you know, technically, if you're just using your cell phone to watch YouTube videos, look up Google and stuff, you know, you got to charge it. It's not paying you anything. You're paying out electrical fees. So you're making negative. And helium, if you're getting some rewards, you're at least making something at 3 to 5 watts. That's just the way I'm looking at it. 1 per hex only. No credit check. Yeah. I think multiple helium miners at the same location will not work. There needs to be. Yeah, I kind of went through that. They have to be at least 300 meters apart. Like, you can't just take 2 or 3 and throw them on your roof and be like, awesome. They do have to. It's a network thing. It's not a centralized where you throw 1,000 helium miners on your roof and you're good to go. That's not how this operation works. It's centralized. It's spread. I do believe, like I said, it's at least 300 meters apart, which is about 3 soccer fields or something. A football field, I believe, is 100 yards. So soccer field's shorter. So about 300 meters, 3 soccer fields. And then, so that's about a block, every block and a half. And, you know, another helium miner at minimum range, which is why I said I have a brother-in-law. He's about 3 or 4 blocks away, other side of town. I could set one up there. That's within the range. I believe the maximum just depends on the antennas you got. I will go through different antennas. You got your 2 dBIs, your 3s, you know, your 5.8s, your 8.5s, your 10 dBIs, and they all do different things. Whether you have to go up in height, whether you have to put a bubble around you, where you want to just shoot long distances straight out. You know, there's a different antenna for every situation depending on, you know, your location and stuff. But yeah, they do have to have a certain space in between each other and, you know, within a range to the next miner in front. Anyway, next bull run will be 2024. That's what you're thinking. You know, very well. Let's see. Let's hope so. Let's hope it starts early. At the big Bitcoin halving is in 2024. That's right, correct. But usually the bull runs happen within 6 or 7 months after that halving schedule goes through, which is why I'm still saying 2025, which still comes in around 2013, 2017, 2025. Is that right? 13, 17, 21, 25. Yeah, 2025 is when it's happening, guys. 2025, even though the halving is in 2024. But that's just me. Like I said, I'm not a trader, not financial advice, and I don't, you know, follow that 100% and stuff like that. I'm not an analyst, but that's just my best guess scenarios. I'm making a 30-meter pole to put up an 8 dBi antenna up top. Some people do, for real. Some people have 100-foot poles. I was talking to a guy in Grand Prairie, northern Alberta here. He has like a 50 to a 60-foot antenna pole going straight up to a 8 or a 10 dBi antenna, which is like a straight sideways shoot. But that, you know, that's what he did. That's something he did. Some people are doing that. Obviously, that would cost quite a bit, but that's insane. Some say what? Yeah, I know a lot of people. There's other predictions. It was going down before the whole invasion. Like, crypto was already on its way down before the invasion started. I like to say the one thing: ignore everything that's going on in the world. Who cares what Biden says? Who cares what this person says? Who cares? You zoom out and you look at the cycles. It's following everything to a T. You know, 2017, the same things happen. Oh, Bitcoin's crashing. It's all over the media. Bad. You know, this is happening. This is going down. That's going down. That's tied to that. Yada, yada, yada. Who cares? I ignore the world. Look at history and move on to the future. This is what the cycles have been doing every single time. You can use today's media and news to dictate maybe a potential quick pump and a dump or something, or it's going to drop more or go up a little bit, but we're still going to be, like I said, we're still going to not hit bottom until, you know, a month or two before or during November. It's going to be in that range, and it's going to be in the 10 to 20K range. That's what I really think is going to happen. And then moving up, 2025, we're going to see the next bull run. We're going to start going up, and, you know, we're going to start going to the moon at that point. Everything in between, who cares what's going on in the world? Who cares the volatility? Who cares about regulations? It doesn't matter. The cycles are going to be there, and it's going to happen again. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff being prepped for 2025 that's going to come into play, and it happens every single time. No such thing as a bear market accumulation period. There you go. Call it accumulation period. And by accumulate, you can take it any way you want. Obviously, that means get more coins. Now, it doesn't mean you have to mine those coins. You're in a bear market. Let's say Ethereum. Say Ethereum disappears tomorrow. Everything goes in the red because all the hash rate comes in. Boom. We're not making any money. We can't afford to pay for our power in the crypto that we're mining. We're in the red. So you can still accumulate. And the big excuse is, it's going to pump. Ravencoin's going to go to the moon. Next bull run, it's going to pump. Yeah, okay, let it pump. But stop mining and buy the coin then. Like, if you're spending $600 in power and you're getting, say, 1,000 Ravencoins, I don't even know. We can look at the numbers there and do a quick transition. But, like, say you're getting like 400 Ravencoins or whatever for $600. I know that's not the right prices, but it's just for an example purposes. You're spending $600 in power. You mine 300, 400 coins a day, and then that doesn't pay for your power. If you were to use that $600 that you would have spent paying the power company and bought those Raven coins, you could end up with, say, 600-700 coins, which is more than you would have got for mining for the same price. Shut those rigs off. You're wasting your money, not making money for that future gain. So that's when it makes sense to turn your rigs off, guys. It's gonna happen. Flux to the moon next bull run, maybe, hopefully. I don't think it's gonna pump too much. I think there's too much hope. Honestly, I think there's too much hope in Flux. I really hope Flux does something great and it goes up, but I just have a feeling it may be getting over pumped. But that's just me. I don't know. I gotta really look into it some more. Like I said, I never really looked into Flux too much. I just see everybody talking about it. But at the same time, everyone's talking about how the miners are going to get together and try to pump a coin for future predictions. There's a lot of use cases coming on Flux, and Flux has the best potential to potentially take in all that hash rate. But I think it's going to take quite a bit of time, and it's probably going to be longer than the next bull run. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, but we're just going to have to wait and see. If it takes off, awesome. If it doesn't, just don't be let down. We're trying to warn you. Don't shoot for the stars and be disappointed when you just aim for the bottom and anything extra is just a bonus. That's the way I'm looking at this whole situation right now in terms of GPUs. I'm expecting them to be shut off for at least 2 years to the next bull run. And if anything before that happens or something explodes, that's just bonus and gravy on top of the whole operation. So don't just expect it and hope that's going to happen and be disappointed. Just look at the bottom here and hope to be, I guess, surprised or something. So you got to get your mentality out of, GPUs are going to stay profitable. It's impossible that they won't be, because you're going to be let down quite a bit. Flux just made a deal. Yes, I seen that they made a lot of that's just funny though. Like, there's a lot of proof of useful work integrations coming out there. Flux isn't the only one doing this though, guys. There's other coins. We got Render Coin. We got all sorts of stuff. There's deep learning coins. There's Hollywood Cinema that's looking into the useful work thing with your GPUs and rendering stuff. Flux is the most, looks like they're the biggest PR team out of them all, but there's a lot of other coins that are still doing what they're doing. So like I said, just keep an eye out, keep your eyes open, look around. And yes, they have these, they just had this proof of useful work thing come out, but there's been another coin that's been working on that for, over the past year before, some of that AI stuff was even implemented on Flux. So that doesn't mean Flux is going to be the only one out there. Hopefully there's a variety of a whole bunch, but it's not a new thing. A lot of other ways are also doing this as well. Are you buying ETH or BTC when you shut down GPUs? When I shut down my GPU, this is what I'm expecting. This is how my plan is going. And if anything gets better and I can keep my GPU on, like I said, it's just gravy and bonus. But right now, we know I have my CPU shut off. They're still profitable, but I'm also doing a power test so I can know how to move into the future as well. See how much my power goes down and up in terms of price based on the power I'm using. So those are off during this test. So I'm going to be obviously mining with my GPUs until ETH is gone. At that point in time, hash rate's going to flood everything. It might take a couple days. You always have, a lot of those miners are just sitting there. They don't even pay attention to what's going on. Some miners may be mining Ethereum for a month after it's already at POS and not even realize and be like, Oh, whoa, how come I'm not getting profits for the last couple of weeks? Oh, POS happened? When did that happen? You know, there's people like that out there. Then they'll start switching, and you just can't dictate how many people and how long it'll take for people to switch around or realize that something happened. And these are some of the offset factors that we don't really know. So anyway, POS is here. ETH is gone. Hash rate moves in. Coins are unprofitable. My GPUs at that point in time, I'm going to shut them off. Awesome. I'm going to turn my CPUs back on because any money is better than losing money at that point in time. So CPUs now will be more profitable. Chia mining will stay on. Obviously, we got our Mini Doge Pro. We got our KD Box Pro. All that stuff will remain online through everything because, you know, they hardly use any power and they're making some money. So they're profitable. So GPU's off. Everything else is still on. And then I'll probably be converting all that. Depending on the coin I'm mining at the time, I'll probably have that getting paid out in Bitcoin. Zergpool is a great option for this situation because you can mine any coin they support and get paid out in Bitcoin. I can mine Raptorium, get paid out in Bitcoin. I can mine, you know, AVN, get paid out in Bitcoin. I'm not mining that because it's not profitable, but it's just an example. You can mine any coin they support and get paid out in any coin that they support. Most people are probably getting paid out in Bitcoin at that point. So these are things they're going to be doing. You're going to be stacking these other coins. And if there's a coin you really believe in, potentially it's Doge. It could see massive run-ups moving into the next bull. And maybe it's that SHIB or something else. You can get paid out in those coins as well if that's what you want to do. Just go in your best bet scenario. Bitcoin is probably the safest bet to hold your money and maintain that value. You could go into something like SHIB, but, you know, maybe nothing will happen. It has a lot of pump right now, but it might not for the future. We don't know. So take it any way you want. Doge and SHIB have a potential times 10 times, you know, 50 type of gains moving into the next bull run, where something like Bitcoin, we might see times 2 or times 3. So, you know, put your money in there or put your money in something that, you know, could make more. Is totally up to you. It all depends on what you want to do with your situation. Anyway, hopefully that kind of makes sense. Uranium X is not profitable. What is that one that you're doing? Yentine is still my moonshoot. They're still the top coin on CPU pool. Yentine. What is... Oh, yeah, Yentine. I wrote that down. I haven't tried it. Let's look at that right now. What is Yentine? Let's have a look at Yentine because I don't know what it is. Yentine. ASICs also die after merge. It depends on the ASIC. No, not necessarily. You know what? Let's go to ASIC miner value. ASIC miner value, where are you? I'm not a very good singer, guys. Sorry, I apologize for ruining all your guys' ears. I thought I had it up here. I guess I don't. ASIC miner value. Boom. All right, so let's take a look at this. Guess we'll look at ETHASH. So ETHASH miners. I guess I have to use that screen. So currently we have A11s. I think these will A11s will probably be dead. A10s will probably be dead. A10 at this dead. These are never going to release the E3s. Or what are the E3s? Oh, that's the E9. So if these are still online, they're maybe dead. Because I don't know. I imagine that they're going to be releasing potential. Actually, that's a lie. They're not going to be dead because there are other coins. I just don't know how profitable. But you can see there's Ubic. Obviously, there's say ETC. Now, ETC, I believe, ever since the Thanos hard fork, where they did swap their algo over to ETC hash, it's still pretty much the same hash, same algorithm. It's slightly different. So ASICs cannot mine it. That's currently mining Ethereum. But I imagine there's going to be a firmware upgrade. It's just that I haven't heard anything yet. And talking to a few people that do have A10 Pros and stuff, they said they have not heard anything on a firmware coming out yet. So nothing is being worked on that we know of, but I imagine it may be eventually, but again, it might not be. So this is why I'm saying potentially they're going to be dead because they can't move to ETC. These other coins, I don't know if they have any value, but they will be mineable still. So there's Music Coin, there's Pearl, ETHEREUM, Callisto, and actually I heard about Callisto. It did some decent stuff, didn't it? I don't know. And Quirk Chain here. So these other coins can still be mined on these ASICs. But the biggest thing though is we have the Jazz Miner, and the Jazz Miner can move to Ethereum Classic. As far as I know, I'm supposed to be getting one of these X4 1Us, which is 520 for 240 watts. I'm supposed to be getting one of these in soon, but I'm still not 100% sure. So I will obviously test if it will be able to move to ETC as well as stay on Ethereum. So that's definitely in my testing purposes there. But this allegedly can move to Ethereum Classic. And if it can, obviously a GPU cannot compete with that. Like seriously, 520 mega hash for only 240 watts. Sorry, you can take your 6600 XTs. This is way more efficient. This is like 2.2 mega hash to watt ratio. Like that's absolutely insane efficiency when it comes to the ETH algorithm. So Ethereum Classic is going to be overrun by those. They're specific, like, what are they? Apollo. Where are they? I think it's Belay. I was talking to these guys about stuff. Where is it? What? Can't find them now. Belay mining facilities, miners. Look at these miners. Okay, no, Ethereum Classic, used, Apollo, Bitcoin, Apollo V1 mini. So yeah, like we got these things too. They're mini Ethereum Classic miners. So what are they? $1,900. So about the price of a 3090. So say a 3090 price. They have 280 mega hash. So way more, and a power consumption of 270. So these things have a power consumption of about a little more than a 3080, but have the hash rate of almost double a 3090 for the price of about a 3090. So these things are coming out for Ethereum Classic. Like GPUs will not be mining Ethereum Classic. And these are brand new. They're just coming out, and there's more to come. There's more companies working on more and more and more of these things. Ethereum Classic, ETC devs finally got their way. They always wanted to move to like SHA-3 and become ASIC power. Well, ASICs are being made for the ETC hash. GPUs will not stand a chance unless we hit like $4,000 or $5,000 on Ethereum Classic for a price. You will not be mining Ethereum Classic on your GPUs at this point. That it's not going to be efficient. You cannot compete with this type of hash rate and power consumptions. So there's going to be ASICs, or there will be ASICs that can still run and swap over to those other coins I just said, as well as Ethereum Classic. And, they'll probably remain profitable again, depending on your power price. These things don't use very much power for the hash rate that they are pulling out or dishing out. Two miners does the mine ETC and payouts in BTC. They reduced rewards month plus ago. Not as good now. Yeah, two miners does do that. But at this point in time, I know the whole swap over to BTC payments and everything was because when gas fees were through the roof. I've always stayed on mainnet Ethereum. I have no issues waiting an extra week or something for gas to drop to 40. And we've been hanging out at like 17 to 20 gas now forever. Fees have been extremely low. Now, when do the fees get high? Well, that's when everybody's using the network. NFT drops, bull run, bear run. If people are trying to get in fast or get out fast, that's when we see gas fees go through the roof. And I have no issues just hanging out and waiting. You can swap over to BTC and stuff if you want. But at this point in time, I don't really see it worth it unless you really don't want to hold any Ethereum at all. And I'm thinking about swapping my ETH into, I don't know, maybe into Raptorium, obviously Bitcoin, because it's a little safer doubt. Maybe even Dogecoin. What if Doge gets pumped 2025, hits, $2? What if Doge hits $2 in 2025? That'd be insane. But, we don't know. Potential is there, but will it happen? We have absolutely no idea. Will the new Ryzen 7000 series CPUs coming this fall create a surge in CPU mining? It depends. It depends. Remember, the 7000 series are going to be a dominant force in the market. So with that comes a price tag. It was going to be fairly expensive. We still don't know the full specs of them. It does sound like they're going to be releasing the 7950X potentially with 24 cores, but it does look like it's going to be at least $1,000 USD. And they don't even know if that's a specific price. It's due to leaking. So the 7950X may be fairly expensive, but coming in at 24 cores, and it's potentially, the next Threadripper. It's the consumer grade Threadripper is what the 7950X may be. Now we got to look at the L3 cache and everything. I imagine they're going to be, doubling that up like we saw with the 5800 X3D or even tripling it. And we still don't know the full product line and specs of what's going on. It sounds like they're going to do really good. But I think unless they add a little more L2 catch and stuff, then they might be slightly faster. But I think the hash rates are probably going to remain close to the same as the 3 and 5000 series that we currently already have. And obviously they're a lot cheaper in terms of prices. But if they do add all that extra L3 cache into it, we're not going to see mining improvements in terms of hash rate, but we will see one coin stand out, and that is Haven. If we're able to utilize a lot more L3 cache, Haven does use 4 megabytes per thread, then we will be able to utilize more threads with those CPUs, making Haven a lot more profitable than it currently is. Current profitability on Haven on a 3900X, 3950, and the same 5000 series counterpart is we're only utilizing 16 threads. So for the 3950X, that's half the CPU. On a 3900X, that's 3/4 of the CPU. We can open up full CPU potential on Haven with the 7000 series. That's going to make them look, fairly profitable. And in the past bull run there, Haven was about as profitable as pretty close to Raptorium at times, and we're only utilizing half the CPU at that point. So if we can fully utilize it, we could see mining profits definitely pick up on Haven. But as for everything else, I think our hash rates are probably going to maintain pretty close to where they already are. We may see a slight boost if they increase a little bit more L2 cache. Now, why do I say the L2 cache? If you saw my video on the 5800X3D video, I didn't have the CPU myself, but I got someone to test it for me. They sent me the screenshots, and we did see between the 3900X and the 5800X3D on Haven, the 5800X3D was indeed utilizing all 16 threads, but it had a slightly lower hash rate because it did only have 4 megabytes of L2 cache, where the 3900X had 6 megabytes. So we had a little more L2 cache on the 3900X, which gave it a little extra hash rate over the 5800X3D in Haven at that point for the same amount of threads. So the 3000 series was still the winner even at that point. And it's actually cheaper than the 5800X release. So these are numbers we have to wait to come out at the 7000 series. We don't really know what they are yet, but it'll be interesting, obviously. Hopefully it gets that L2 cache boost, so it will boost those hash rates in general on top of the L3 boost to increase full CPU utilization on something like Haven. So hopefully that answers your question. If that made sense to any of you guys out there. Did I answer your question all right? Fundamental. This Apollo V1 Mini seems like a decent buy. Yeah, it does look cool. And I'm trying to get my hands on one of those too. I do have an affiliate link for those Apollos there through Belay Mining. I'm not sure if I have it in this stream or not, but I haven't made a video or anything on it yet because I'm waiting for a miner to come in to actually try it out. Obviously, it's labeled as an ETC mini miner. I do want to make sure, and I want to see if this thing goes on ETH. I'm going to try Ethereum out. I want to actually try these other ETH coins that no one's ever talks about, because who knows, maybe they are profitable on these ASICs. I have no idea. I've never mined them before. Maybe I should throw a GPU on one of these, because all we know is Ethereum. But what about everything else? So we're definitely going to have to be looking into a lot of coins. So we're going to be testing this out. I do have links to all that stuff. It's probably in Discord. If you're a member of the Discord, be sure to, if you're not a member, link is in the description, join the Discord. But I do believe I have links to all these miners. Some of them have discount codes as well. Like, oh yeah, the Panther Hotspot. Forgot. If you guys were looking for that, copy this. Oh, I got to go to Discord. Hold on. I do have a 15%. I'm getting 15% discount on top of all that. Where is my links? I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. Now I'm just turning into a shill at this point in time. But it's, some of you guys may be looking for helium miners, so I'm just trying to find this for you. Because I totally forgot. Where is it? Oh my gosh, I can't find my Ace Helium. Where's Helium? Helium miner. There we go. Currently in stock. Uh-oh. No. Maybe you just got to use the link. Maybe the link is actually 15% off. I got to look through it again now. Darn it. I'm not sure. There's 15% off on these. You know what? Maybe I should just try it right now. I'm here. Add to cart. What is it? View cart. So $4.98. Checkout. Gift. Oh, I gotta add the discount code. Okay, there's a discount code. I gotta figure. I can't remember what it is. Rabid 15. Is that it? Apply. Oh, there we go. Discount Rabid 15. Okay, so it's Rabid 15 drops it down another 15%. So you can see coupon code Rabid 15 does drop it down another $74 off, 15% by using the link and using my code. So I'll add the link in there again if you are looking. And Rabid 15 is an additional 15% off these Panthers, which is $74 off. So $423 is what this comes out to using the link in the code. So yeah, that just popped in my head. So apologize if you guys wanted to check those out in any way. Anyway, back to it. What do we got here? Thumbed up, Gold Wolf rant. What? Gold Wolf rant? $39.95 WX in auction up to 310. My bid ends at end of June. End of June. That's still a month away. Oh, watch I get to like $20,000 by that last 10 seconds. Yenteen. Okay, yeah, that's right. We're gonna look up Yenteen now. We just get distracted constantly here, guys, huh? Always looking up everything we possibly can. Yenteen. There's the price. Yenteen info. Okay, let's go to mining pool. What is this? Mining pool stats. So is it a Japanese coin? Discover alt markets. What can you do? Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter as long as it's profitable. So let's just look at some mining pools here. Yen 10, okay. Yes Power R16. That's CPU, right? Yes Power. That's a CPU algo, isn't it? Unless I got that. Maybe the R16 is a GPU. I don't know. But we'll see. Hash rates. I don't know what the hash rates are on this thing. Difficulty looks okay. 0.009. So slightly more, like price-wise, more than ETHEREUM currently is. So I guess it depends on the block rewards. Let's go to our plan. That'll tell us block rewards and everything. Let's check it out. Bobcat 300 is a software train wreck out of the box. Plug it in, come back in a week and try it. Really? That's insane. Speaking of that, we can jump into my Panther right quick here, actually. I can kind of go through that. But block, well, I'm on ETHEREUM still. What? Yeah, there it is. 25. So the block reward is 25. Not very high. 32 miners. Nodes connected. Last block found 8 minutes ago. Huh. All right, so there it is. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try it out one of these days here. As for the Panther thing, let's take a look at that. So I'm going to go into my dashboard on my Panther here. What is this stuff here? That's not how you spell that. All right, let's have a look. So here is my thing. So if I wanted to, like, here's my tools. See, it says inactive right now. I got to reboot it or something. Clear blockchain, update miner. So if I want to update my miner, I just come into here, hit start, but it already says both versions are the same. So I'm all totally up to date. Set Wi-Fi, fast sync, set time zone, update your dashboard. Everything's up to date. So this is the, and here's a quick reboot button if you want. Actually, I should just do that right now. See how it's inactive. I'm just going to give it a quick reboot. We're rebooting my HELIUM miner right now. So that's how easy that is. But yeah, this is what's saying the logs. Oh, I gotta wait for it. Oh no, I gotta wait for it to reboot now. Anyway, so there's the quick dashboard for my the Panther X HELIUM miner. If you want to see. Yes, Power your X is your Radium X at 0% dead fee with SRB miner, but not worth mining in my 3900X solo test. Awesome. Read the website; they will tell you all about it. Yeah, I'll take a look at Yenteen. You know, maybe I'll try it out for 24 hours here on the workstation. We'll see what happens. And then, you know, test out some profitabilities. I was testing out, someone asked about the Minotaur X the other day, actually. So I started mining Minotaur X, just straight Minotaur X algo. And this is what I've made in 24 hours so far. 17 cents. You can't really see that. You can see that there. So in 24 hours, I made 17 cents. Yes, I was live streaming on the gaming channel yesterday, playing some PUBG. And then now it's off again. I turned it off just before the live stream today. But, you know, overall, this has been mining for about 14 hours. I'm only at 17 cents. So I don't think mining the Minotaur X alone is really worth it. So potentially maybe trying to solo mine one of these coins could be a viable option, but we'll see what happens. I'll try yenting here one of these, you know, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I do have this CPU on my workstation. It's slowly doing, as all my rigs are turned off, like CPU wise, it's bouncing around. It's still kind of testing coins. And if we find a jackpot, you know, I'm probably just going to turn back on, even though I want to do this test with the power. But if I find something that's, you know, whoa, this is looking pretty good, we're going to hit the power switch and, you know, get to it. Techman is saying solo mode for LCC for the win. You know what? Maybe I'll just slap this 5950X right on solo Litecoin Cash and try that for 24 hours. See what happens. Solo mining Mazacoin hit 2 solo blocks today. Yeah, Mazacoin, that's part of it. That's what it was, bouncing back and forth between Litecoin Cash and Mazacoin. But the thing is, it led like mine this coin for like a minute, then it go to the next coin for a minute and back to that coin. I was like, I'm getting like 0.1 this and 0.004 of that back and forth. I'm like, this can't be a good way to mine. Mining the algorithm directly, you know, probably mining the coin directly seems like a better idea. But I don't know. We'll see. They have a standalone Windows miner now even. Standalone Windows miner. Who does? Oh, Yanton does? That's interesting. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Anyway, so I don't know. What are we doing here? We've been here about an hour and a half. That's not too bad. Maybe we'll do random live again tomorrow or something. We'll see what happens throughout this week, but we do got to get to the videos. You know, maybe I'll finally do something on this helium miner because I've been meaning to do it for a little while. But I appreciate all you guys for showing up to the live stream. You know, check the links out in the description. If you're looking for helium miners, whatever, be sure to use them because it greatly helps the channel. Appreciate everyone for showing up. I will see you guys all in the next one. Rabid out.